There's lots of different sorts of blacksmiths. There's industrial blacksmiths that produce, although not so much now, they used to be, you know, heavy duty chains and things like that. But we're traditional in that we use all the old methods, same tools, and we try as much as possible not to use any modern methods because we're working on old artifacts.
And that traditionality brings clients in. You have a vast range of clients who all want different things.
Yes, they want it made how it was or repaired how it would have been repaired if it broke, say, 200 years ago. And a lot of the time, if it is a repair, we'll make the repair visible and a feature rather than hide it.
A really nice father and son duo here. How nice has that been for you, that you've got this brilliant area and you can share it with your son?
It works well, because with modern age, you have to be conversant with computers and the internet, and I'm not very good at it, but Stephen is. But where it comes into something, if we get a problem in that we've not come up against before, or Stephen and I usually have, with having so many years, so I come into before then. If it's a problem that's from way back, I can usually sort it, whereas he sorts all the technical and the internet.
And we can put you on the spot now because he's not listening. How is he as a blacksmith?
It's good. It's good. But he's been doing it since he was this tall. Because when they were young, they'd come in at weekend and he'd make knives, swords, spears. So he has been doing it for a long time.
What I've gathered from talking to both you and Stephen off camera is your attention to detail, but also your desire to make sure the customer gets what they want. And that's clearly something very important.
Oh, it's paramount. You've got to give them what they want. We do try and sway them sometimes if we don't think it is what it should be. But ultimately, it's their choice what they want.
And in terms of this particular product then, you were saying that you had a drawing just come in, is that right?
A photograph off the Google Images.
Wow.
And it's quite a grainy one at that, but it's enough to know what sort of style our customer wants.
Yeah.
But then she's also mentioned that we can use his imagination on it as well, which is nice.
And you must enjoy that. It gives you a bit of creativity, a bit of flexibility.
Definitely, yes. So as it starts to dull, you can tell the change in the tone. We need to get some more heat in it to make it easier to work.
Yeah. And we can state the obvious, but that was hot iron that you've now worked into a shape. Is that what you were doing there?
Yes. Yeah. The brighter the colour, the easier it is to work.
Yeah. You're making it look very, very easy at the moment, but where do you learn that skill?
All from my father. Yeah. So they usually take about 3 heats per post, per leg. So I've about got it right there. I was born in 1981. My dad bought this place in 1979. So, you know, since I could walk, I've been coming in. I used to help on weekends when I went to school. And it usually used like mech weapons, usually. You know, used like mech knives and swords as kids did, and just getting steel hot and quenching it out in Bosch. Well, yeah, this is a Bosch, by the way, what we call it down in. And messing about really.
Yeah.
Which is like you say, how you learn to know how to hold it, know when not to hold it.
Yeah.
You know, as the heat starts travelling up the steel. I feel really lucky that I've been able to do it because we get that many inquiries about, you know, how did you get into it, where can I learn to do it, and that's quite a sad fact that there isn't that many places that do traditional blacksmithing, which is a shame. I mean, it's good for us because, you know, business-wise, but we just get to see so many lovely places, you know, historic buildings, churches. We've worked on Derby Cathedral, Lichfield, Coventry. Every church within a 50-mile radius at least, we must have done every one. Plus the other private customers as well.
Yeah.
Because we do from ornamental ironwork to sharpening a mower blade, or just if somebody wants a bolt for something, you know, people at the village will call in and just. So we still try to retain the village blacksmith feel and service, as well as, you know, larger clients like National Portrait Gallery, Chatsworth, National Trust, that sort of thing. The next step will be to forge that end lug down so it's flat and then round. You want me to show you that, or?
If you've got time, yeah, absolutely.
Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to flatten it out and then round it up. So that's starting to get similar to the shape that I want, but I'll require maybe 2 or 3 more heats
Yeah.
to get it to the desired shape. And then once I've done that on all the other legs, I'll then proceed, because I'll probably use this as a pattern to get that curve. And then, I don't know if you can see on that one, we'll put centre pot marks, so we know where to bend it, so when it's hot, because obviously if we put chalk on it, it'll disappear.
Yeah.
So we'll put centre pot marks, or where to bend it.
Yeah.
So once we wire brush it off, you can see, and then you get, because although all these legs will be almost the same, every single one will be slightly different.
Yeah.
Which adds character,
Absolutely.
you know, and a bit of a personal touch to each piece.
Steve, we've stopped you doing your job long enough. Thank you so much for that. That was fascinating to watch.
We enjoy showing people around, so it's